Sorry. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me. Good turnout today. I appreciate that. All right, before we get into today's lesson, because I mentioned I got a killer lesson today. The first thing is on Thursday, I gave you a killer lesson about probability and about soda. So please, if you do nothing else, spend 30 minutes. In fact, the lesson portion is probably only 15 minutes. Watch those lessons, understand what I'm telling you, and you're going to become a better trader. All right, today, I killed it today. I crushed it. I played the SPY puts. I made 50% profit. I made a huge wager. I knew the market direction. I was correct. Now, it doesn't mean when I get out of my SPY puts because it bottoms out that I jump in the other side. I never claim victory on both sides. I'm not like I played SPY puts and then I jumped on SPY calls. Why? Because that is so effing risky. Why would someone do that? It's like rooting for like the home team in football. You're like, yeah. They go out to like a 24-0 lead and they're crushing it and kicking ass. And then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, come on, underdogs. I hope they only lose by 7 points. I mean, you sound like a gambler, one of those people in the sports bar. I hope they make the field goal, but they don't get the touchdown. Who the F cares? You want to be correct about one trade. You want to be correct about the next trade. The point is just one a day. When you nail that, nail two a day. All right, so let's get to the lesson for today. The all-important lesson. Here it is. Ready? It goes out to life and business, and I'll explain. Find out what you're good at and then nurture it. Now, how do you find out what you're good at? All right. Remember, I told you guys to be a good trader, and someone's like, how the hell do you be a good trader? Go into your notebook. If you have the notebook, that's step one. Not the negative section where you screwed up and did all this bad shit. Go to the good page, what tells you what you did well. Once you go to that page, look at it and be like, okay, this is what I do well. That is what I do well. Now, I'm going to give you an analogy real quick. Let's take a journey to the world of like track and field, okay? You've got a track team. You've got some good long distance runners. You've got some good sprinters. You got a pole vaulter, a long jumper, a high jumper. You get what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of shit that you could be good at. When you're in a gymnastics team, right? You got the floor, the beam, the rings, the uneven bars. Then you have the all-around champ. So yeah, there are still all-around champs, but there are individual champs. So hopefully that's clear to you. Now let me explain to you how it happens in business. In business, I'm a serial entrepreneur, but I understand I can't do everything at once. So I get other people to do shit that is better than me. All right. So find out what you're best at. In other words, are you best at calling the bottom when a stock looks like it's done throwing up on itself for the day? Is that what you're good at? If you're good at calling the bottom, great. Then you should be picking up calls and securing 20, 25% profit. If you're good at calling the top, when you say, oh, the stock's all the way at the top today, it's not going any higher, and I'm pretty effing confident. That could be what, if you're good at reading movements, maybe your best stock is like Tesla, and you understand Tesla like family, and that's the best thing in the market that you're good at is understanding one stock. That's great. You don't need to be good at everything else. If you understand and you're the best at one aspect, okay? I don't care what it is. Maybe you're the best at finding shorted stocks, and you jump on that bandwagon, you make 5 or 10%. I don't give a shit. Find out what you're best at, have that light bulb moment, and profit off it, okay? That's what it is. What am I the best at? I'm the best at teaching you guys. I'm the best at sharing all of my secrets and my trades with you guys. Okay, so if you like that lesson, if you think that you're going to find out what you're good at and what keeps returning you profit, all right? Because we don't care what you're bad at. What you're bad at, you're trying not to do anymore. What you're good at, that's what you focus on. Geez, Matt, I'm really good at calling the bottom on something. Awesome. Then buy 3 contracts when it hits the bottom. Instead of looking for 33%, look for 20%. Buy more contracts because you're so good at calling the bottom. Or you're like, I'm so good about calling the change in the direction of the market. I know when the UVXY is going to spike. Awesome. Then just focus on the UVXY. Buy calls when you're ready for it to spike. When it spikes, secure 30% profit and be done. And that's your trade every day. Okay. Now, if you didn't have the light bulb moment so far, right, I could say like, oh, fuck me then. No, that's because you're not using a notebook. You broke the rules right there. You're not using, I tell you, use a notebook. Your bad shit, you're right on one side. I entered too early. I got out too early. I paid too much. I bought too many contracts. There are so many things you could screw up on, right? Then you have your good stuff. I played with Win Casinos and I made profit. I was in and out 3 times today. I'm going to do it again tomorrow. Remind yourself what you're good at, okay? What else did I want to tell you guys? Predictions, rules, no, let's talk about let's talk about recalibrating one strategy. All right. So you're expecting some shit to happen and you're like, okay, I think the SPY is going down, and you get in at the wrong time and the SPY turns positive at the end of the day. Because the way the markets are, they kind of threw up at themselves what time, like 245, and then they quickly spiked back up. Okay, so let's actually skip that. Let me go into talking about the market, because that's probably most important right now. So we saw what happens in the market today, okay? We saw the spike at open, and I warned everybody on the platform, and I said, don't believe the spike. The market's basically going to sell off. Just one man's opinion. Now, why did I say that? We had 4 red days last week, with Friday ending like shit. So going into today, we ended like shit. I'm going, okay, well, why shouldn't the market just sell off? There's no type of news to push the futures higher or something like that. Maybe people think it's just going to be a dead cat bounce and people want to get in and out. I mean, there was shit that was up pre-market. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I saw, maybe if we were down pre-market, I saw how we could turn higher. I know the market wanted to do that, so it did not surprise me. But there was no effing way that I was chasing. So what did I do? I waited for the spike at open, and I bought puts on a few things. Now, I'm not here to brag about it. I'm here to tell you about market direction. So when the market sold out and then it looked like it was rebounding, again, I went on my platform. I don't know if it was 10:45, 11, 11:15, some shit like that. I said, no. The SPY will continue to go down. I know it looks like it rebounds. And I drew out a picture. I was going to bring on a slide, and Carlos said, slides suck. Don't be stupid. So I listened to Carlos because he's much smarter than I am at a lot of things. That goes back to the lesson. Find out what you're good at. What am I good at? Talking into this microphone. What else am I good at? Diagnosing stocks. I'm an efficiency expert. All right, we'll get to it real quick, and then we'll talk about my stocks. Sorry, I lose focus. So let's talk about the market. We'll just finish that off. What happened at the end of the day? When it rebounded, you have 2 ways of thinking. Okay, the market's going to be strong. We saw the worst of the worst today. We're going to have a good day tomorrow. Or the opposite is CPI numbers come out at 8:30 tomorrow. What you saw is a dead cat bounce at 3 o'clock. And the markets really want to sell off like they did at 245. Why would Matt say that? Because now we've had 5 straight days of shit. No, I realize maybe tech was positive today, and the Dow was definitely positive, like 200 days. Why am I calling it a shit day? Because I played puts and I crushed it. So I know the market sentiment is negative. You don't have to tell me that. The market could be up, but I'm picking stocks that are going down, and the market sentiment's going down. Let's see what happened. I want to pick out some certain stocks that I want to talk to you guys about, because there are stocks that make sense to me, and then we will get to your questions today, because I know people ask me questions on the side, and I say, save it for YouTube. That's what this shit is for. It's to make me teach you some lessons. You ask questions. We figure it out together. Please, I haven't said it yet. A lot of people on. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, refer your friends. YouTube is free. I give you this knowledge because it's the retail traders. It's us, the smaller money versus the bigger banks. And if I could teach you how to trade more efficiently, go in and out and secure profit, then we don't give a shit about the banks. We're not giving them our hard-earned money. All right, so certain stocks. All right, so we saw the SPY already. Now, a new stock to my watch list is Piedmont Lithium. I know we spoke about it before. It was like $68 when I was talking about it before. I said it's going down. PLL. It's now $56. I have an interest, but that's only if the market goes up. If the market goes down, I don't want to touch that shit, so I've got to gauge the market. I don't think we're done going down. Here's where we were with the market. It consolidated today. What does that mean? The same way when we're going straight up and nothing goes straight up, we consolidate, we have a selling day, and you're like, oh shit, if things turning. Today was a consolidation day. We're not going straight down, but we're heading down. You guys don't see it. You don't feel it. The market is shit. I am bearish on the market. You rarely hear me say that. You look at the UVXY. I don't care what does during the day, up, down like that. You look at it at each day, it spikes green. It was green today. I know it was off 6% end to date. I can't help that shit. I have no position in that ETF. But what I'm saying is the market is a little crazy when it fluctuates. It's a little bipolar, and I'm more bearish right now. So that's my thought on it. Face. It wants to get to my face. Okay, so let's talk about some stocks, okay? Western Digital. I bought some puts today. It was up to $59. I said it looks frothy. The markets look high. I'm buying some puts. I only made 9% on that. I could have made probably 30%. I almost got into it again. It's still down. It's where I sold it. So No worries there. Alter, ATER, up 52%, up 7% after hours. Man, this is the new meme stock. They are going crazy with that stock. You guys have been talking about it for like 3 or 4 trading days. So hopefully those involved got in at $6 or $7. It's up to $18. So 200% return is good. I'm checking out AMC. It's up 3% today, as long as the Dow is strong. So back to the market direction right now. Dow is stronger than tech. Now, the top tech companies, they're probably holding their own, but I don't want to be in anything tech related. I don't want to be in anything Dow related. But if I had to choose the worst of like the 2 deaths, I would be in something related to the Dow, okay, which would be like semiconductors. Semiconductors would be a safer play right now. I wouldn't want to be in a 4-letter stock that's very unpredictable. Okay, so what other stocks that I want to talk about? Let me just see. We had, so NEO, Canadian Solar, and First Solar. So I do talk about my watch list, okay? 3 strong stocks, okay? NEO did an offering. I'm pretty sure it closed. It showed strength today. It was down to 37 and change. It popped up a whole $1 after I looked at it, which is 3%. Canadian Solar also moved pretty strong today. Now, we all probably remember Canadian Solar was like $39, $38, $42. I think it's still $36. Its compadre, First Solar, is over $104. And First Solar used to move with Canadian Solar in tandem. However, First Solar was 92, Canadian Solar was 36. First Solar is now 104. Canadian Solar is still like $36, $37. So if you have to make a solar play, I would be long Canadian Solar. Understand, I still expect the market to get worse. So when the market gets bad, it's bad for 8 of 10 days. If we saw the market getting bad last week, that was 4 days. This is a positive day. So what would I expect? I would expect 4 out of the next 5 days to be negative. That would be 8 out of 10 days. It would mean the market would consolidate. It would probably lose somewhere between 3, 4, 5%. You guys like that 3, 4, 5? I would never be able to do that again. All right, what other stocks I'm going to talk about? I want to talk about my penny stock because I sold that shit today. I was in at 9.25 cents basically, and I sold it 20 cents. That was ILUS. I gave it out of my platform. Yes, 3 weeks, 9 cents, 9.40. I sold it for 20 cents today. 20 cents. That's over 110% gain on a penny stock, and we all know I hate penny stocks. Okay, what else? I'm watching Global Star. I bought more today. It went down. We know the UVXY went down. Roblox went under 85. How funny is that? Because last week I was talking about puts on Roblox, and when I mentioned it, it shot from 85 up to 88, and I'm like, are you kidding? Who the F is buying this shit at $88? And they pushed it to $90. And of course, a day after my options expire on Friday, it's now Monday, the stock is under $85. My options expire. So there is manipulation in the market. I don't talk about that all the time because we don't give a shit about manipulation. We're here to make the fucking money. That's all it is, dude. All right. So yeah, I screwed up my phone when I was cursing like that. I'm almost at questions. I just want to see if there's a couple more stocks that I wanted to mention. Support. Nope. I don't want to talk about that. Open Technologies. Again, that's the kind of 4-letter stock that will go down. Plantier, Open Technologies, SoFi, Cassava. It's companies that don't yet have earnings. So if you're looking at a 4-letter that doesn't have earnings yet, that's what's going to go down in this tough market. It's not going to be Microsoft or Netflix so much. It's going to be stocks that don't have the earnings, like DUCS, DUCS. DUCS is very interesting. Now, if the NASDAQ is strong, like NASDAQ's up 200 points one day, 200 points the next day, DUCS can move like 8, 10, 12 points. Same is true if the NASDAQ looks like shit, which it has for 5 days. DUCS was at $109, and now it's at 94. So you go 109 to 94. You lose $15 in like 3 days. That's like 14%. That's a major mover. So I like to find, someone said, what do you like to find? I like to find stocks like that if I know the market's going to turn shitty, that DUCS will go down to $89. Or if NASDAQ is going to turn green and run for 2 or 3 days, I know DUCS will be back at 105. The same is true for D-Dog. Somebody, Mike, that options beast on my platform, did a video of him the other day. He put buy some puts on D-Dog. I thought he was crazy. But if you look at the D-Dog chart for 5 days, he must have nailed the top. Dude's an option beast. All right, let's get to some questions. I'll drink some water. Carlos, please. I could probably guzzle that whole thing. Please, everybody, if you're watching and you like the shit that I provide, please hit the like button. It literally takes you 1 second. You rejoin the conversation. You don't miss anything. Please. And I don't ask much. Share this with a friend. Share it with somebody. Share it with your dad, your mom, your sister, your brother, somebody you went to school with, your lawyer, your whoever. If you think this is good shit, pay it forward. And it's weird because I got the dream, and I have dreams on an occasion, and I got the dream. Something I just kept saying it, pay it forward. And I was like, I must be having to talk about it. That's what I want to tell you. Please, it's something for some reason I'm asking you to share this shit. All right, what's the deal with PHE, up or down the next few weeks? All right, so understand, first thing you did, which is what I texted out or messaged out this morning, you have to understand the market. So it doesn't matter what stock you're in. If you say to yourself, I'm a bear in the market, the next 6 trading days, 4 out of the 6 or 4 out of the 7 or 5 out of the 7 are going to be negative. Any stock you tell me right now, you could say, okay, it's going down in the next couple of days. All right. So first you have to understand how you feel about the market. I'm a bear on the market. But let me look at your stock because there are stocks with demand. And I mentioned I was going to start talking about stocks, but today's lesson went over. You guys have questions. So tomorrow I'm going to do a very short, quick lesson. Then I'm going to talk about some stocks that will move positively with a strong market or negatively with a bad market, like the DOCS stock I just mentioned, DOCS. If the market's bad, it'll go down hard. So I'm going to look for the overvalued stocks because I know you guys want my specifications on my watch list, know while they're there, and know what I'm looking at. So if I see a shitty market, you can put 2 and 2 together and say, shitty market, 4-letter stock, no earnings, sell the shit out of it. All right, PHE, Purpose Tactical Hedge Equity ETF. I have no clue what that means. It looks like it was selling today. I guess it became public today. I don't know. There's no volume. There's 100 shares of volume. And even if you multiply that by 100, there's probably 1,000 shares that traded. So that one person had 1,000 shares that they sold today. It doesn't mean shit. I have no clue. Next week's, there's no volume. I could go in and say I want 10,000 shares, and the stock would be $50 because that's the only people that are going to sell it to me. I don't know what they do. Yeah, I can't see assets under management, $8 million. It looks very shaky to me. I'd stay the hell away from that one. Next question, Matt. Unless you know more than I do. If you know more, hey, Matt, where do I see the SPY tomorrow? Okay, so this is explaining the stock market and the direction. Here are 2 avenues. Okay, I'm not telling you which way to choose. I'll tell you which way I am. I'm a bear. I see the SPY going down. So here's what we did. We saw that previous Friday. We saw 4 days. We saw selling off 4 days. We saw today. We saw what the highs were. Tech was up like 100. The Dow was up 310 points. Everything was looking good. And then it sold off, okay? When it sold off, it bottomed, okay? Now, here's the thing. You never hear me talk about single bottom. What do I talk about? Double bottom. So here's my prediction on the SPY. If it does not go down tomorrow, it will most certainly go down on Wednesday. If not, it will go down tomorrow. So here's how I play it. I wait for a spike, meaning I wait for the SPY to go up. Sometime it's probably going to go up the most at some point between 10 and 11 a.m. I will buy puts when I think the SPY is at the top. If I'm incorrect about tomorrow and it goes higher tomorrow and my puts are down like 30% or 35%, I will buy 1 or 2 more positions the next morning or right before close yesterday or when it's at its peak, okay? Because I do believe the SPY will go down one of the next 2 days, if not both, all right? So this is how you invest. You don't jump in with 2 feet. You don't go tomorrow morning at 9:30 and you say the SPY is going down. You throw all your money in, and this is the lesson for tomorrow, how the hell you stress yourself out. Instead, some people throw all their money in. SPY's going down. So they go in tomorrow at open. SPY's going down. It goes up tomorrow. They have no money to average down. It goes up the next morning, and then it finally drops, and they are correct, and they make money. Now, they only make money because they're too stupid to do anything else. They put all their money in the market. They can't do anything else. Now, a smarter investor has a strategy like I just explained, and the market will open tomorrow, and I'll say, okay, it's spiked up here. I will buy 2 put contracts. And then it spikes higher at 10:15. I'll buy 2 put contracts. And then it spikes higher at 10:45. I'll buy 4 put contracts. I'll have 8 put contracts. Then when I'm correct, it goes down. I make money. Or if I'm incorrect and it goes higher, or I say to myself, I'm not going to be correct today, then I either sell and exit out and take a loss, knowing that I will buy the same position when it spikes to the highest, okay? Just because you think something's going down, let's say you pick a stock and it's $100 and you say it's going down and it says it goes to 102. and then it goes to 103. It could go to 109. Instead of riding it up to 109 and sucking ass, you say to yourself, I'm going to sell at 103. I have a strategy. When it goes up to 109, that's when I'm going to buy those puts again. There's no reason to ride the elevator and suck ass for 5 or 6 points. Let's get to a question, Carlos. PFE. All right, there you go, my bro. All right, PFE is Pfizer. I'm assuming Pfizer is selling off a little. Yep, it's selling off. It was at 49. It looks like shit since it hit 50. I mean, what's going on with it? The market's not going crazy haywire. The booster shots aren't ready yet. People aren't getting booster shots. And yeah, it's settling back down. I told you it was a sell at 50. Its high was 51.86. It still looks like shit. I would not be buying Pfizer until it has bottomed, and it definitely hasn't bottomed today. There's no way in hell it's bottomed today. The bottom is more like $42. So there you go. If you think the market is shit tomorrow, you could buy a Pfizer put, because I'm telling you, if the market's shitty over the next 1, 2, 3 days, that Pfizer will touch $42. In fact, snapshot this shit. It's going to be 41.88. Okay, 41.88. Pfizer. I'm going to look at puts tomorrow. Boom. There you go. Next question, comment. Thank you, Braveheart. Hey, what's up, James? Oh, Tesla. Okay. I alerted 2 lifetime members today. Not something special about Tesla. I provide information. I was following the flow chart. I announced somebody just bought a shitload of puts on Tesla at like $680, thinking it would go down. The next minute, they bought a shitload of calls at Tesla, thinking it would go past 740. So that is what is called a straddle, meaning if it goes down a lot, they make money. If it goes up a lot, they make money. They know one side will be a loss and the other side will overly compensate that loss. So that was the strategy. Even though the market was somewhat beat up and then rebounded, Tesla wasn't that beat up. It went down real quick to like 717 or something like that. If you have puts in Tesla, you're buying that shit. If not, when it sinks like that, you just have to understand yin and yang. At some point, if Tesla bottoms on the day, it's going to go up. So the fact that it went up from 717 to, let's say, 740, I don't know. Let's take a look at Tesla. I haven't really looked at Tesla today. TSLA. See, oh man, there's major demand in Tesla today. Huge inflow day, huge volume. Tesla usually does about 13, 14, 15 million. It did 20, almost 23 million today of inflow. The chart looks strong. You have to hope, if you have Tesla puts, you better hope the market throws up on itself and throws up 300 points tomorrow, because Tesla will have to go down. If not, if the market is strong tomorrow, Tesla will say 768 again. If the market is weak tomorrow, Tesla will revisit 708 again. I mean, it was 708 this morning. If you had puts and you're in at 727, it goes down to 708. What the F are you waiting for? You secure profits. If you're waiting for the bottom, 708, I would have been waiting for 702. But on the way up from 708, 711, because I love that number, I would have been in at 711, and 743, I would have crushed it. I mean, it was 708 today. I wish I had watched Tesla this morning. Let's get another question comment. Hey, CCJ, I don't know it, but it's a 3-letter stock, so you're probably going to do better with Dow. Cameo, huge sell-off today. Again, if you think the market or the Dow will be strong, then this stock definitely consolidated today at $24, and it could reach the high today was 24, basically, I mean, 26.60. So if the stock market is green tomorrow, CCJ will easily make 8%. That I can guarantee you. But here's the point. I don't think the market's going to be green tomorrow. So if the market is green tomorrow, CCG up 8%. I mean, who makes predictions like that? Especially with stocks that I don't pick. You guys are picking the stocks. So that's how I differ from other people that come on YouTube. They have an agenda. I want to talk about AMC. I want to talk about GameStop. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that. And they do that because instead of 100 followers or watchers, they have 100,000. So I get it. But I don't talk about GameStop. I talk about what you want to talk about. So that's why I say, please do me the justice, do me the favor, share this video. Be like, dude, this guy talks about shit. All you got to do is come here at 4:30. Sign up for his subscription on YouTube. Sign up for his channel. Just give him a like. You don't actually have to give me a like, but if you make a comment, it's nice. All right, so yeah, CCJ looks great. Looking at the chart again, I don't know what they do, but I'll look at the 1-year chart. It definitely broke out. But if you look at the chart, I mean, it's going straight up. So if you get that extra 10% to $26, $27, I would get the hell out. I mean, I think the market's going down. So if the market goes down, I don't know this stock again, but this stock could easily retract back to $18, okay, which would be $6, which would be 25%. So I will add it to my watch list because if the market gets ugly for 4 straight days, where do you think CCJ is going? $18. So yeah, I'll be buying puts. Now, I'm not saying the market's going to get ugly, but now it's on my watch list. So thank you, dude. That's awesome. Let's get another question or comment out there. Play Safe. Okay, so I was watching Play Safe last week. They were buying options at like $8.80. I don't know where it is. I actually removed it from my watch list. It was on my watch list. And then I said, here's the point, all right? So I removed it from my watch list as I removed other companies from my watch list because if they're not going to make me money, what the fuck are they doing on my watch list? If I have a stock on my watch list and it's just occupying room, I don't want to have it there. So anyway, all right, Play Safe. I'm looking at it. The volume's been pretty decent last 2 days when it's been selling off to 846. The stock could probably bottom at $8. So yeah, it's going lower only if you think the market's going lower. Now this is a perfect example of a company that could go down 40 cents. I'm going to add it to my watch list. Why? Because I can make 40 cents on the negative direction tomorrow. So I can make 30% on the puts. If it spikes at market open and goes up 10 or 15 cents and then sells off 60 cents, I will make 40, 50% on those. So I will add that one. Thank you, dude. Hey, thanks, Matt, for all you do. I killed it today playing SPY puts and UVX calls. Yeah, awesome, dude. I only played one. Those are dangerous. I occupy my time. I even got like scared today. I was like, what if I'm wrong about the market? What if it doesn't sell off like I think it's going to do and it doesn't go down today? So again, I'm like, you know what? You just take profit. I'll make 22%. I'll make 18%. I'll make $1,200 on this trade instead of, whatever it is. Hey, Matt, what do I think markets are factoring CPI numbers being bad? No, I don't think they're factoring anything. They do estimates, right? So for the last 2 times, these specific consumer price index numbers have come out. They've nailed it. So they've been like, estimate was 0.6% and the actual was 0.6%. Well, Susan, that's great. And then the market fucking shoots up. Excuse my language. The market shoots up a lot. And then Dow goes from like plus 40 points to like plus 180. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, based on these numbers, based on what you say I'm paying for gasoline, that means the market should go up 180 points. So what do I actually think about the numbers? Same thing I was thinking 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. I was expecting high numbers because I go supermarket shopping. I pay for gasoline. I know how much money they want from me. I know I pay like $5.99 for a quart of orange juice. Organic, I understand, right? Family's important. Point is, I know those numbers are through the roof, and I live in Florida. We got all the damn oranges you need down here. So the numbers are going to come in high. The market is going to say, F that. It's going to sink. That's what I'm looking at. But again, I'm not a gambler, so I didn't throw a whole lot of money out there. I've got $3,000 worth of SPY puts that I purchased at the very end of the day because when the SPY went down at 245, I took profit. Then when it rebounded, I said, go up. No, I didn't have calls, but I knew what my plan of attack was. When I see it peaking, I'm going to go into the same position because it expires Wednesday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I already told you what I'm doing tomorrow. If I'm wrong in the morning, I will buy a smaller position. If I'm wrong, I will buy a larger position. If I'm correct, I will make money. All right, man. Next question, please. Carlos, I thought of a good joke for you, Carlos. Can't say it on YouTube, bro. Thoughts on Apple? Tough question on Apple. I said Apple was going under 150. It's hovering around 149, 150. Why? They're doing an iPhone release tomorrow or something to that extent. They're also talking about maybe there's going to be satellite incorporation to the phone. So I know Apple has a very particular audience. Everybody loves Apple. Everybody uses an Apple. When I say everybody, it's like 75% of the world. I mean, you have Apple, something you use, iTunes, use whatever it is. So let's just look at it. Yeah, Carlos is showing me Apple. I mean, I'll look at the chart. We already know that I thought Apple could go to like 148, something like that. What was it today? 148.75, huge selling. Even though the stock did go higher today, there was huge selling. So yeah, there were people securing profits. Understand Apple was 115, 121. It's all the way 150 now. If you're nervous about Apple, you secured profits today. So that's what you saw. You got other weak hands. So here it is. If tech is strong and the numbers are in line tomorrow, Apple will go through the roof. If tech is weak, even though Apple comes out and they say whatever they do about their new phone, they may have support. but it's likely Apple will sell off. If Apple sells off, it'll take the whole freaking market with it. Understand that. That's like Google selling off or Amazon selling off for some reason. If Apple sells off, the whole damn market will go with it, and people won't understand why. All right, let's get to another question. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a smart guy. And I'm going to tell us one more story, an efficiency story. Hey, GSAT moving up after hours. What's my thought? Article, stock going forward, holding some calls, 500 shares. Yes, I'm in stock only. I own about 30,000 shares. Actually, that's a lie. I now own 34,986 shares. Or 87 shares. I don't remember the last number. Hey, can we remove that, Carlos? I just want to tell these people everything else. One more thing for 1 second. All right. So one more thing. I deal with a multinational client. We all have second businesses we do. No one's actually a full-time trader, or maybe you are, which is great, and I appreciate you watching me. But let's say you're a school teacher or whatever you are. You're a house mom. You're a PTA rep. You're a whatever you are. Here's the thing. I am an efficiency expert. There's a large multinational company that's worth $100 billion. They reached out to me about a week ago, and they said, dude, we have to do a distribution program for this COVID testing that the president's about to mandate. We'd like you to run the program for us, and we're going to give you $250,000 because you're an efficiency expert. Okay? This is a private contact I have. The point is, I'm an efficiency expert. So when I do this shit, I teach you how to be efficient in the market. The rules, the lessons, everything that I share with you is to make you a better, more efficient trader, so you don't give away the extra $4 or $5 or even 20% when we talk about min entry or max profit. The point is, if you're making 35% on a trade and I can save you 25% on min entry, max profit, an extra 2% here, an extra 1% here, you really don't have to do much to be correct. And then we have ways to average down. So the point of the story, which I was going to save tomorrow, is I'm teaching you my efficiency. Please return the favor, share the video, share it with someone, talk about it, share it on social media. Thank you so much. Thanks for your help today, Carlos. I'll tell you a joke real soon.